everyone! So it has been a little while. I've mentioned that my uploads are going to be pretty sporadic for a little while. I just haven't been able to film much at all, and it's disappointing, but I haven't done a get ready with me in a while, so I thought that I would do that. I miss the filming thing so much. So anyway, I just thought I would truly do a get ready with me because I need to film another video anyway. I'm doing a really fun collaboration, and I thought instead of just slapping some makeup on my face and doing the video, why not do a get ready with me as well? So I am like truly, this is how I always get ready for videos. I'm always the most comfortable, and I never get dressed or do anything until I do my makeup first. My makeup always guides things unless I'm taking inspiration from something else. So I have my brows on, and I did put on my face primer, and that is it. I am one energy drink in this evening, and it was probably a horrible mistake. My energy level is kind of like unstable right now, so I feel like it might go in bursts throughout this video, but I wanted to do a like pink and purple look for a while, and I've done purple a few times in videos kind of recently. I've mostly been sticking with color schemes and stuff that I don't generally reach for a lot in my day-to-day life. I've been wearing a lot of neutrals or sort of very toned down colors. Just I haven't been feeling very colorful things. That's one thing I miss about filming, is just playing with my makeup more. I definitely don't experiment that much with makeup when I don't have a whole lot of time, which kind of makes sense. I'm going to use the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place. I used this shade the other day, which is what inspired me. I want to use like this row right here. And I'm not going to do anything too complicated. I also have my Naked Basics palette because I thought this would pair well with it, just a bunch of neutral shades, and I kind of want to do the black because I'm thinking just like a fade from the black to the purple to the pink. I did do black and purple not that long ago in a somewhat recent video. Can't remember what video it was now. I think it was talking about my no-buy. It's funny because I've talked about my no-buy, and I felt like I was talking about my no-buy enough, and then I had people request more videos on the no-buy, which fine, easy, you know. I love talking about that kind of stuff and what I'm going through, and I'm glad people are interested. And then there's people who absolutely hate the stuff about the no-buy and don't want to hear about it, and I kind of find it a little bit funny because I definitely am trying to make sure everybody realizes that I hear them, but I absolutely cannot make everybody happy, because it's just impossible to do it, because there are people who desperately want to hear more about the no-buy. They want to hear how things are going. They want to hear like what I'm struggling with. They want to hear my thoughts on, you know, new products and why I'm not buying things. And then there's people who just don't care, or they want me to purchase these new things, or they want me to try this stuff. And like, I get it, but at the same time, like, there's so many people out there who are still purchasing and receiving all kinds of new product that you don't need to see it from me. And I'm not spending the money on makeup that I don't really want or need, because, you know, some people want to see me use it once in a video. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I super appreciate it, but it's just not feasible for me. And I was definitely trying to kind of keep up with everybody else for a while, and it's just way too expensive and impractical for me to try and do that, because like, I don't receive much PR at all. I don't make a lot of money off of my channel in order to justify purchasing a lot of makeup. Like, some people actually, even smaller channels, some people really kill it with their ad revenue, and they're able to pour a lot of resources back into their channel, and that's not the case for me. So I'm just doing what I can do with the resources that I have available to me, and I feel like I'm doing okay. It's not great, but it's definitely the difference between a person who's doing it as a hobby and somebody who's trying to make it a career. And YouTube for me is absolutely just the hobby, because I don't want it to be a career. I can't imagine having that kind of pressure. And like, there are people who want it, who really do want to live that sort of influencer life, that lifestyle. But then I think there's some people who want the lifestyle but don't actually want the the other stuff that goes with it, because it's sort of like the price you pay, right? And I kind of feel like I'm sort of stuck a little bit because I get a little bit of the negative sides without much of the positives, because I am just doing this for fun because I like to play with makeup and I like to talk about makeup, and that's all there is to it, you know? I'm not forcing anybody to watch my videos, which is sometimes what it seems like people think. Like you're forced to watch somebody, or you used to like the content somebody did and then they changed, and then you feel like you kind of have to keep watching them. Like there's people who are mad that I'm not panning a palette this year. There are people who are mad that I'm not project panning enough. Like, you can't make everybody happy, and I've tried to make it clear that I hear everybody, but it's impossible for me to do what everybody wants because everybody wants different things. I posted in my community tab a little while ago and I was like, hey, let me know what things you are missing. Like, you know, is there something that I haven't done for a while that you would like to see? And like everybody was responding with stuff that they didn't like, which is not what I asked. I thought it was kind of funny though, when I'd be like, hey, what are you missing? What would you like to see? And it's like, I don't really know what I'd like to see, but I don't like this. Can you not do this? Can you do less of this? And it's like, you could just not watch those videos. It sounds kind of awful to say that, but I don't think any channel is like 100% perfect for people. There's always going to be something that you might not be as drawn to as you are to other things. And I mean, it's your time. If you're not enjoying something, go somewhere else. Like click something else. Like this is your time to do with what you want. Like most people are either sitting down and enjoying themselves when they're watching YouTube videos, or they have it on as background noise and they're doing other things. And if they're not enjoying it, if you're watching this thing and you're thinking, God, like why won't she stop talking? Then just click out of it. It's really funny to me that there's some people who just can't seem to grasp that, who just can't seem to like watch people that they genuinely enjoy watching. And I've been trying to do that more myself. Like I've been trying to just watch people that I enjoy watching, and not even just makeup stuff, because I really don't watch a lot of makeup stuff anymore because it was making me feel bad. It's really easy to get into that whole comparison thing. I was comparing myself to other people, and I was looking at what other people were doing, and I was like, why am I not good enough? And I was getting sucked into reading comments because it's really easy to do that. Sometimes certain parts of videos, or certain videos that are just like talky, opinionated stuff, it's really easy to kind of just listen, and then I feel like I have to do something else. Like I can never just watch a video. I always have to be doing something else at the same time. And one of the easiest things to do is just to read through the comments. And that's the thing that I was struggling with some of the channels that are somewhat similar to mine. And it can get kind of disheartening sometimes, like when you read things, or like if people talk about you or almost reference you in comments, because it happens kind of a bit. People like to compare people, and it was just hard to read that kind of stuff. So I was kind of sticking out of the comment section, and some stuff people that I used to enjoy watching, like certain things that were being said on social media kind of turned me off. I know that's a horrible thing, but I feel like there's like different sides of people, and it can be really eye-opening when you see these other sides of people that just makes you stop and go, I don't really like that, or I don't agree with that, or that's a little much. And I know that's kind of vague, but I'm using this glitter. This is one of those unnamed large particles of glitter. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm guessing, just like with the other video I did with the giant glitter pieces, that they're not probably eye safe. But I just don't care. I'm horrible. I like playing with stuff more than... It absolutely feels ridiculous to have this glitter on my eye like this, but I like the way that this kind of glitter looks. It really reflects interestingly and catches the light in such a unique way that it's just fun to apply it. And it definitely is not precise, and it's definitely not going to photograph very well. but in movement, I think it'll look kind of cool. I don't know. It's just fun to play. I haven't really played with like large chunks of glitter in a while because it rains down my face. Honestly, glitter is the most fun. I just have the most fun putting like an obnoxious amount of glitter on my face. This feels so strange. The energy drink I drank is like blowing my mind right now. I am torn between being really tired and wanting to go to bed and wanting to just do all kinds of stuff. I'm sorry for complaining and being all over the place. It's kind of been my life recently. I haven't been in the greatest mood, and I've been trying to recognize that more and trying not to dwell on the negative things, but it's easy to go on rants sometimes. It's easy to get caught up in it and just go on and on and on, and I'm trying not to do that very much, but I'm still in a place where it's really hard for me to get out of the negativity sometimes. I was going to put under eye corrector on, and I still have the tape on my face. That would have gone over very well. I'm definitely still completely out of it when it comes to filming, and this is why I don't do tutorials, as I say, because I'm just terrible at making them work. It's not natural for me. I feel so awkward, but anyway, just color correcting a little bit. Got a little bit of redness, mostly like right here and still on my forehead. But that's okay. Nothing a little green corrector can't cover. I've been doing a lot lighter foundation recently and I like it. I don't know how well it's going to translate to camera. I feel like in day-to-day it works good because I mix quite a bit of moisturizer in with just a little bit of foundation. I really am digging that glitter, just the way that it looks, like not up close, but the way that it looks from more of a distance. So I have the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. This is in the shade 115, and it's a little too dark for me, and I just poured a ton onto the back of my hand. The mixing can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes because it's hard to know exactly how much you want to mix together, you know, the ratio. Sometimes it works out really well, and sometimes I end up with an excessive amount of product because in this case I just dumped way too much on the back of my hand. This is probably going to be too dark for me, but that's okay. I don't normally use that much of this particular foundation. It's usually just like a teeny tiniest little bit, but I've just been into the more sheer thing, and I don't really do a lot of the glam makeup day to day, as I've mentioned. I'm mostly just very safe and neutral, so everything is a fun experiment sometimes. I've been trying to do more masks when I have time, and when I mean time, I mean when I'm doing other things. So it's like, okay, you're packing stuff up, let's put a face mask on, and sometimes I end up leaving masks on for too long because I just got caught up in what I was doing, and then I would dry my face out a little bit, but this is not blending into my skin today at all. It's just clinging to like every single patch. I need to exfoliate my skin. It's been a crazy, kind of hectic time. I haven't really sat down and done a chatty video. Just sort of mentioned things here and there. It's kind of been all over the place, and I am moving next week. I feel like the glitter is moving everywhere. I am moving next week ish. I have movers coming in a little over a week, but I will be moving most of my stuff before. A lot of the stuff that's in this room is, well, this room is pretty much the only room that's untouched right now, more or less. I have packaged up, boxed up a few things, and some stuff is just like ready to be transported, but a lot of the stuff that's in here is going to end up down at my parents' place because I'm moving in with my parents for a few months to save some money. Kind of feels horrible to say. It feels like going backwards, in a way it is, but it's going to be for the best because I'm going to be able to save quite a bit of money. So William will be with me, my son will be with me for probably a lot of the time. We haven't quite settled on an arrangement just yet, but I feel like he's going to be with me a while, or a lot, and that's good. And it's gonna be an adjustment for sure. Getting used to the way things are going to be moving forward, and it's for the best though. I'm not liking this brush. Maybe that's the problem. I think maybe I'm also just applying way too much of this product because I just have it on the back of my hand, so I'm like, I might as well. And it ends up being a lot thicker than I wanted it to be. I just grabbed the Too Faced Born This Way concealer for that little spot on my chin that's just driving me crazy. It's like it knows. Isn't the body a wonderful thing sometimes? It's like, you're stressed. Have more stress. Have something else to be stressed about. But whatever. I'm gonna put a little black eyeliner on. But yes, so everything is for the best. It's what I've wanted for a long time. And I don't know if everybody gets that or has picked up on that from before, like the things that I've said, sort of stuff that has been said to me. It's been difficult with filming because I would kind of be in the mood for filming and then I would have all kinds of stuff said to me, and it would be hard to get into the headspace again to get into filming, and I feel like a lot of that has translated. I feel like it's very evident. The videos that I've been happy with and the videos where I've sort of been left alone and the videos where there are external forces at work, and it's very difficult to deal with. Like I've dealt with a lot of it being like, if you want to film, you film right now, and this is the only time you're gonna have. And sometimes I just wasn't in the mood for filming, or hearing all kinds of crap about it. It basically, you know, filming was definitely never something that was viewed as meaningful, important. It was basically just a huge waste of time until I got a little bit of traction, and then all of a sudden there was a lot of jealousy, and that came out, and it was very difficult to deal with that stuff because I was just doing what I wanted to do and I wasn't thinking about anything else, and it kind of became a competition and there was no need for it to be. So it was very difficult. A lot of stuff was said to me, a lot of stuff was said about my YouTube channel, and I was basically kind of encouraged to stop doing it because it was a huge waste of time. It wasn't important. It was every little negative thing, and that was difficult. And that was something that has reflected on my channel and the stuff that I've done, and something that I kind of hinted at from time to time. It's just difficult to talk about. It's still difficult to talk about. I'm still not speaking fully, so I kind of hope you can read between the lines a little bit there. And you know, I don't want people to like speculate or anything else, but I feel like you can probably come to the right conclusion. Has anybody read the story with Mandy Moore and Ryan Adams? Because that rang true for me. Quite a bit of that. Anyway, use a little bit of liner. I don't normally use this on camera, so forgive me. I am just definitely not in a spot to be buying like anything new right now. At all. I'm using every last little bit of what I have, and I've just been decluttering stuff that's kind of useless. There's a little bit that's kind of useless that I have, but I'm trying to hang on to some stuff too. I don't want to use stuff that I don't like, but I also can't just be like, oh, well, I don't like this anymore, so let's replace it. Oh, I don't like this anymore. Let's replace it. It's just not really an option for me. So it's also a good thing because it's making me value the stuff that I have more. Because there's definitely a time, and like it's been a good experience for me because I've been hanging on to a lot of crap for the sake of hanging on to it, not because it was something that was meaningful or valuable or anything. It was just like, I must have stuff. Stuff will make me feel better, and it never really did. And by really, I mean it just never did. It never did. So it has been good to let go of stuff that I thought that I would keep just because I had the space to keep it, and it wasn't stuff that I needed to keep at all. Like not at all. It was just it's been good to get rid of quite a bit of stuff that I feel like has just been like holding me back. And I don't know what it's going to be like filming stuff for my channel over the next couple of months. I think my mother thinks it's kind of dumb, but at least she doesn't usually say it, except for like any of the times when she's kind of seen me get ready and she's seen like the amount of makeup I have on. She's like, you look ridiculous, without actually saying that I look ridiculous. But I think there's a difference when it's like your parent. You kind of want that support though from like, you want to have a support system. So if people are talking crap about you, you kind of want people to say like, don't listen to them, they're wrong, you know. You kind of just need people sometimes to say like, ignore the haters, you know, you're amazing. Because sometimes you just need that support system, regardless of whether or not like what they're saying is true. Sometimes you just need someone to like have your back unconditionally, and I did not have that for the longest time. And it was kind of difficult. And I was faced with some criticism and some just, you know, some mean things that were being said, and it was basically like, yeah, well, they're right. And kind of adding on to it, which, as you can imagine, is kind of difficult to hear when you just want to be told, no, there's nothing wrong with, like, you know, the way you are, what you choose to do. And my camera battery just died. I feel like I've actually filmed a lot more than I thought I did. I feel like I just kind of rambled and talked a lot more than I had intended to. This black is not blending out well on my lower lash line. It's just kind of skipping everywhere and then fading awkwardly, and it's driving me crazy. I do quite like a messy makeup style. It's kind of my thing. Regardless of whether or not people like it or not, I guess it's kind of not the point. I'm focusing way too much on that, if you couldn't tell. But I'm still working through my issues. And sometimes I just work through them out loud, and I mean no offense by it. If anybody is offended by me voicing my opinions, I mean no offense. I think that's kind of as good as that's gonna get before I make it worse, because I just know I would make it worse. I need quick everything else. A little bit of bronzer. I feel like the lighting is really weird, but my setup has moved around a little bit, where I've been moving stuff around my room, and I've been filming for work. It was such an insane project, and I volunteered because they were talking. So, okay, the people I directly work with have no idea I have this YouTube channel, as far as I know. They've never admitted they know. Like, a few people who I work with do know, but I wasn't the one who told them, because I don't know, I talk about stuff on the channel that I feel like other people wouldn't get, or it's not necessarily something that like I want to share with people that I work with. Like, sometimes I get pretty personal on here, and it's not the way that I work with like colleagues. So, but we were talking about doing a presentation. Well, we have to do a presentation for a staff meeting, and a lot of people are just going to be doing like a boring like PowerPoint, stand up and talk kind of thing. And we were told we had the option to do a video, but no one in my department was kind of familiar with editing or filming or anything else. So they're like, we don't really want to take that on. It would be fun, but we don't really want to take that on. We don't know, you know, really what we're doing. And I was like, I would volunteer. It's like, I can record stuff, I can film stuff, like I'll write the script, because I've got, you know, experience doing that kind of stuff. I can write the script and I can edit it. I was like, I know my way around iMovie. I was like, I can edit something. So they went with it. They were very excited, but kind of nervous to see like what would happen. And I worked on it for a couple of weeks, and I actually got a day to work at home to edit it. And we screened it, and everybody was laughing. Like, we haven't done it for the all staff meeting yet, but just, I mean, within the department, and people have been talking about it and referencing it, and it makes me feel good, because I wasn't quite sure how it would go over. You never know. It's kind of like the thing like when I used to write plays. It was like, you never know how jokes and things are gonna fall. You never know what people are gonna think is funny, if people are gonna, you know, feel like they're represented well enough or kind of get that they are playing a character, because everybody who works in there was sort of playing themselves. I fell, look at this, look how awful this is. That's not makeup, that is a bruise. That is a bruise right here because I fell because I'm a nut job who was trying to hatch eggs in Pokemon Go and wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And I have this bruise. That's horrible. It almost looks like I just have that blush on my finger, but it's a bruise. And every now and then I hit it on something and it hurts like heck. But yeah, so you never quite know how people are going to react. And it will be a different thing when it's being played in front of hundreds of people. Definitely a little nervous about that. Just because it's like, this is my setup. This is what I did. Like, I directed these people. I wrote the script. I put the whole thing together. You know, I'm the writer. And I acted in a few of them as well. I just recorded myself playing a few different characters. Oh, it was fun. It was so much fun. I just went full force for it. And when they were watching it, they were like, you're actually really good. The funniest thing is because they don't really know me outside of work. They don't know my personality. I'm kind of very reserved when it comes to my work stuff, and I just do my work, and I don't really have casual conversations, and I don't really, you know, do that kind of stuff. Not with everyone, at least not in this direct department. So it's been a little weird that way, but now this seems to have like opened the door. They're like, we see a different side of you, and it's been pretty cool so far. I'm excited to see how it goes over, and I think everybody else is too. What? I don't know what lipstick to do. I'm usually pretty boring when it comes to lipstick because I like the emphasis to be here. To be here and not here. I just had to move the skull in the background. I put on a concealer nude lipstick, but then I have this Anastasia lip gloss. This is Moon Jelly. I thought it was Moon Jelly, and then I thought it wasn't for a second. I will probably end up wigging it for the video, most definitely. Probably the short wig, because I've been liking that one a lot. And yeah, this is it. This is sort of the completed look. So it's kind of interesting to go from like that to this. It's definitely a full glam thing. Anyway, this is pretty much what I wanted. Something sort of glam but messy. Grungy, glam grunge. I know people kind of hate that when people use the word grunge, but that's the way that I like to describe my makeup style. It's like that glam grunge, in that it's grungy and imperfect, but a little bit glam because you got the glitter and you've got like the elements of glam, but you don't have the precise of like insta glam. So it's like glam grunge. It works in my mind. That's how I like to refer to it as anyway, and I don't think the color match is great. I feel a little orangey. I feel a little orange, but it's okay. It'll all come together. I'll put my headband on and it will be a whole thing. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm sorry this video is kind of weird and all over the place. I still have a lot that I want to talk about, and a lot of things that I will talk about. I think I was getting to this at one point, that my filming, editing, uploading schedule is going to be weird. A lot weirder than it has been. I'm going to try and get a couple of videos pre-filmed, but I'm probably not going to be able to do it. I've said that a few times and haven't been able to do it. So I'm going to try, but probably not. And then I will be in a new space, and we'll see how my parents are with me filming and stuff and figuring all that out. It's gonna be an interesting couple of months, but then I will get back into it because I just truly love this so much that it's something that I want to keep doing. It's not something that I want to stop doing, so it's just gonna take a while. So anyway, hopefully I will still see you guys whenever I manage to get an upload out. If I don't, I totally understand. It's a short life we live, so might as well enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying the content I'm producing, then why bother staying here, right? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.